So here I am. I've aged greatly from watching this incredibly boring, overrated film. I can still look back to the film which historians hated because it ignored historical fact, and people who survived the Titanic hated because it really over-exaggerated on points which were not really that exaggerated to begin with. I can still remember it now.
Gently! Seriously! Are you bored?
Hello, welcome to the Fitbit Show. Now, as you know, it is the month of Valentine's Day. Yes, the day of love and romance. And, of course, as it's that special occasion, I have decided to look at a film that's been considered by many to be one of the most greatest love stories ever told. And as people are saying that, it's only fair I should have an announcement to the world, an important announcement of how I feel about this film. So, here it goes. I hate Titanic!
What?
I'm sorry, but it's true. It's so overrated and boring, and it gets on my nerves.
So basically, Titanic focuses on the story of Rose and Jack.
And every time I see these two on screen, I want to push them off the boat so I can get eaten by a pack of hungry sharks. I hate these stupid characters, I hate this stupid plot, and I hate this stupid film. That's medication sorted. And just take this in. Sorry about that. It's just these characters are so boring. I mean, take Jack for instance. Jack is meant to be the perfect guy, the perfect man, you know. And there is your problem, because when you do someone too perfect, that means they have no faults at all, and that means they are boring. There is nothing to relate to, no one's that perfect, they are boring. And how about Rose? How about the character of Rose? Well, I actually think she's even worse, because, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I understand, like, back hundreds of years ago, but in fact, throughout the centuries, women have not had it easy. I'm not gonna lie there. We've had it pretty good. But here's the thing I get annoyed by with Rose. Throughout most of the film, because she's in an arranged marriage, isn't she? And it's like, she doesn't really do anything to, I mean, she hates it, it's a horrible time, but she does absolutely nothing about this situation until, like, you know, about the last third of it, you know, where she, you know, spits in his face and gets an axe to help Jack. That's the only useful thing she does. The rest of the time, she's just pointless. I mean, like, she does absolutely nothing to change her life, even though I mean, why couldn't she be a strong character? She's not a strong character, she's just a pointless, pretentious, whiny twerp. I mean, like, it's just, I mean, like, for all the time, I mean, for someone who worries about her problems, she doesn't do anything really to confront them. I mean, often she has to rely on Jack, so it's James Cameron trying to convey the message that apparently women cannot solve their problems unless there's a man about, because, I'm sorry, that's a stupid moral! That is a really, really stupid moral! For someone who's trying to convey, you know, strong female characters, I think you fail with Rose there.
And the fact that we know Rose lives because she's the one telling the story, that sort of backfires there, because that means we can't really worry or fear for her in any one of these scenes because we know she's going to live. So if you put those two
characteristics of Rose and Jack together, you get conversations a bit like this.
I love you, Jack.
I know.
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 I love you, Jack. I know. I love.
Get on with it!
Oh, thank you, God. Oh, and you also have Billy Zane as a bad guy. How do we know he's a bad guy? Because he constantly hinted every single time in this film. I mean, my God, does James Cameron think the audience is thick? I mean, we can't tell who the bad guy is unless he rubs it in our face and forces us to know he is a bad guy. I mean, add that, and this is what the conversation's like now.
I love Jack.
I know I'm the bad guy. I love Jack. I know I'm the bad guy. I love Jack. I know I'm the bad guy. I love Jack. I know I'm the bad guy. I love Jack. I know I'm the bad guy. I love Jack. I know I'm the bad guy. I love Jack. I know I'm the bad guy. I love Jack. I know I'm the bad guy. I love Jack. I know I'm the bad guy. I love Jack. I know I'm the bad guy. I love Jack. I know I'm the bad guy. I love Jack. I know I'm the bad guy. I love Jack.
And it's a shame, really, because, to be honest, the acting isn't that bad. I mean, like, all the actors seem to try their best and are pretty good. I mean, for instance, Leonardo DiCaprio, I mean, actually didn't get on with James Cameron on set, so kind of wonder what he actually did draw during that nude scene. Well, most of the actors were. The only one who I think just was the worst one in that film was Billy Zane. Because nothing subtle about this guy. I mean, it's almost like, you know, he's like, so over the top, it's not even funny or enjoyable, it just looks stupid. And plus also, the fact he makes himself so over the top, and also the fact that he's just not very subtle as a villain, that just backfires greatly.
And for instance, how do you confuse an American accent and the British accent? Two accents are so completely different. I don't know, but well done, Billy Zane. You managed to fuck that up big time. Well done, dude. But another big problem with this film is that it's too freaking long. In fact, throughout most of the film, this is how I reacted.
Were you bored?
What? Well, to be quite honest with you, Linz, yes, I am freaking bored.
Although most of the film, to my mind, is boring, to be fair, the third act is actually probably the most dramatic and the most strongest, because, well, that's when the Titanic sinks, you know, spoilers. But, I mean, even then, there are a lot of plot holes.
And this is where the writing of this film really suffers, because there is bad writing, but it is a fantastic example of it. When the Titanic sinks, and they find a door for us to go on. Now, I've heard people argue like crazy about this scene. I've heard people say, "Oh, sure, there's enough room for Jack to get on board." You know, I mean, you'd have to be a hippo not to fit on it. Yeah, well, that's not the issue I have with that scene. And there's the second point people are making like, apparently this door wouldn't be able to support Rose, and she'd technically just drown as well. And again, that's not the issue I have with that scene. This is the issue I have with this scene. It's that when Rose gets on the door, Jack says, and Jack's like, oh no, I won't support both of us. She's like, yeah, okay. What? I'm sorry. Who on earth would, you know, just be like, yeah, okay, I suppose you drown, and freeze, I suppose it's understandable. Who does that to someone they love? I'm sorry, that is a stupid piece of writing. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was actually a missing scene from this film that went like this.
No, this door won't support my weight. Oh, okay then. What? That's it? You're just gonna let me drown then? Yeah, you just pointed out, so I just thought I'd just lie here and, yeah. Alright, I'll just swim around for another door and just, float on that then. No, hold on to me. What? Hold on to my hand. Hold on my hand so I feel less alone. Yeah, but then I'm gonna freeze to death in there. I know. Oh, some careless twonk you are. By the way, can we talk about, when I'm gonna die one day? What? Yeah, 'cause, you know, after surviving a near-death experience, I think talking about death is probably the most comforting thing we can talk about right now. I don't bloody think so. I'm freezing to death and drowning here. Yeah, I know. You have problems.
And I suppose the only reason that scene's been cut is because we've already suffered about 3 hours of pointless, boring verbal diarrhea from these two awful characters. Now, I'm always going to hate this film. I am. There are just too many things wrong with it for me to enjoy. Now, but saying that, just because I hate something doesn't mean I don't understand why people like it. So why do people like it? Is it
People have the hots for DiCaprio?
partly that, but I think there's another reason. Is it B?
People are so desperate to see Kate Winslet in the nude, despite the fact she's been nude in God knows how many other films before and since?
Again, that could be partly the reason, but I think there's an even more important reason, and if you like the film for that reason, I gotta have respect for you for that. This is the reason. Reason C.
The third reason is that people get a sense of escapism from watching this film. That it transports them into another place. And although I never got it with this film, I do see what they're talking about. I mean, I felt that way with Jurassic Park, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and even with the new Hobbit trilogy, I'm really feeling that as well. I feel like I'm in a magical world or in a Lost Island of Dinosaurs. I do feel like that is a good sense of escapism I get from these films.
So, if you watch the film for the sense of escapism and you feel like you escape to another place with this film, then good on you. If you feel that sense of escapism watching this film, I have respect for you if you watch it for that reason. Just don't bring that film anywhere near me unless you want me to go crazy. Right, well that's that review sorted, so oh god. Oh, so I feel a bit tired now. I know, I'll just play some more of Rose's and Jack's verbal diarrhea just to get me asleep.
I love you, Jack. I know. 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 I love you, Jack.